Good morning, everyone. I'm Julianna Jaffe Leven, and this is Awakening Wednesdays, and I welcome you. For those of you who are not familiar with our forum, what we do here is just plant seeds of possibility and look at some tools to help us on the journey of life, to make life a little easier, to bring us closer to our truest heart, to the voice inside that tells us our truth. So welcome. So before we do anything else, I thought we'd just help ourselves get here. And so like we've been doing, let's just do a nice, strong, focused exhale. Blowing out whatever doesn't serve, whatever we don't need. And then allow the in-breath to come easily and effortlessly. Let's do that one more time. Can you feel yourself, your nervous system just calming down a little bit? Your feet a little more firmly planted. So welcome. Today, I was inspired last night. I told you these ideas just come to me or given to me. So, I don't know if you can read this. It says you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to. Kind of funny, isn't it? This is a little plaque that a couple I was working with in couples work many years ago came in one day with their session, but during their session, and they said, "We thought of you when we saw this, Julianna." And I also want to piggyback onto that, the concept that you don't have to attend every argument you're invited to, with another, what I call a litmus test, that was introduced to me by my mentor and teacher in this last year or so. And that is, does it really matter? Does it really make a difference? And so I just want to talk a little bit about, particularly during our very contentious times when there's so much division, we are invited into so much discourse that has inherent in it a I'm right, you're wrong, you're stupid, I'm smart, you don't know what you're talking about, you need to prove your point. It automatically sets up a division. And so one of the things, and I've been working with this really, really consciously, and it's really very empowering to realize that somebody says something to you and it looks kind of benign, and but you can feel yourself. You kind of tighten up a little bit. You tense up a little bit. It's like, well, I think that it's warmer than usual for this time of year. Now that sounds like a benign statement, right? Oh, okay. But there's an invitation in there. Maybe it's the tone, maybe it's the attitude. And you might reflexively think of saying, really, I haven't noticed that. And then game on, right? And I think that there's so much of this going on because we don't know what to do with all of this energy. There's so much, grindiness and divisiveness going on, and we just fall into it. And it seems like we're just having a conversation, but it doesn't really feel very good. And now I put in the litmus test. Does it really make a difference? Is it going to change anything? So one of the things, so I think it's warmer than usual in Florida right now. And when I can feel that part of me that maybe reflexively jumps in, there's always a pause in there. And if we don't catch it right at the beginning, we can catch it at any time. And we catch a breath and we say to ourselves, does this really matter? Is this going to make any difference? And if it doesn't, and it's not going to, I have an option. One that a lot of us don't think about for a very long time. And that is to either say, oh, and not offer an opinion, even though we're invited to, or, you know what, for me, it doesn't really matter. And we don't have to go any further. And we can stay with ourselves. And we can stay in our more settled state, or invite ourselves into our more settled state if we're not there, over and over and over again. And what we practice like that becomes a habit. And with that, we rewire our neural pathways. And we change ourselves. We literally change ourselves. And it's not easy. Not because it's like, oh, this is so hard, but it's because, oh, I forgot again. Oh, there I am. Oh, I did it again. I'm in this conversation. What am I doing here? You know, you always often have those thoughts in the back of your head, and you feel yourself all kind of tense up, and you've got your point to prove, and it's okay. Because wherever we are on the journey, we are, and it's fine. And every step that we can take that brings us closer to our deepest heart, to our deepest truth, makes a difference. We're not going to get at this arrival point of perfection. Be nice, but I think we'd get incredibly bored, and it's not what we're doing. We are wonderfully imperfect beings, and we will always be imperfect beings. And we can feel better, calmer, more enlivened, more relaxed, as we allow ourselves to bring to consciousness what is our deepest truth in this moment. There's a person in my life who comes from a lot of debating. And I so often would find myself like in this debate, and I'm like, I don't even care about this. And what I realize is when I'm doing that, I've got my nervous system, you know, not like I'm anxious and nervous, but my nervous system, that electrical circuit board that runs through me is amped up. And it's using my energy. And I don't really care. And in that moment, I can choose to say, oh, I have a choice right this moment. And I just let it go, because it doesn't really matter. And once we get there, then we can give our attention to what does really matter, and to live from the space that we truly want to live, and not be pulled off course by anyone else. And it's not that people are meaning to do that. They're just in their own survival pattern. You know, we're all doing it. So this is not a bad good. They're not bad. It's just in this moment, I have a choice. Where do I want to be? Where do I want to be my energy? Where do I want my energy to be focused? And where do I want my nervous system to be? Oh, it feels so much better when I'm here. Okay. I'm going to let myself be here for this moment. And I'm going to keep bringing myself back and bringing myself back and bringing myself back until with that reprogramming of my neural pathway, that becomes my habit. Food for thought. Enjoy your week. Thanks for stopping in. Bye now.